Okay, welcome back to the Adventure Within channel. My name is Andrew Fritz. I'm a clairvoyant, healer, and meditation teacher. And in today's video, I'd like to share a recent spiritual experience that I had. And I think it's really come as a result of a class series that I've been teaching to a student called the Higher Self series. And this is really for a graduates of a year-long clairvoyant training. Again, clairvoyance is that sixth chakra ability to really see and read energy clearly and with neutrality. In that year-long training, students learn to read their own aura and also their classmates' aura. You learn about other psychic abilities in that training, but the focus is clairvoyance, clear seeing. And so this Higher Self series is for graduates of that year-long training that I just mentioned. And in this Higher Self series, we explore kind of the three aspects of you as a soul, the feeling self, reasoning self, and higher self, and really doing some healing work to those three parts of you. And there's a lot more we do in this series, but that's kind of a big component of it. And then kind of I think a big reason why I had this experience recently. And so what was this experience? Basically, it was pretty simple, nothing special as far as what I was doing. I was just in my neighborhood out for a walk. And I'm going for this walk, and I suddenly become aware of my higher self on a visual level. I could see my higher self suddenly, and then there was a message that followed. So it was very direct, very kind of brief to the point, and um, it was just super clear. And it seemed like it just bam came out of nowhere. It was just like, hello. So this experience was on a visual level, so clairvoyance, that's the sixth chakra, and then clairaudience, that's the fifth chakra ability, clear hearing. So those two combination of those two abilities. And throughout the rest of the walk, I just had this great sense of I don't know, freedom. I just felt very liberated, like everything was okay. Just sense of support from spirit, especially my higher self. But it just felt really good. It felt really amazing. I just felt incredibly, just very much free. And having this experience recently, and it's tough to put this in words. It's just like, oh, I felt free, But then it's one thing to kind of describe it. It's another thing to really experience it. Um, and by having this experience recently, it brought up a lot of other memories of when I had spiritual experiences in the past, especially when I was in my year-long clairvoyant training in Chicago, in my early 20s, and just kind of walking the streets of Chicago and all sorts of spiritual experiences then. Um, and then also, and the point I bring, the reason I'm making this video and bring this up is that you don't necessarily have to be sitting down, eyes closed, been meditating for an hour or two or however long to have these spiritual experiences. I mean, that's a big way people end up having these experiences. But you can be out just kind of walking, kind of about just in your day-to-day life, doing whatever, and have a spiritual experience. I remember one time, a couple of years ago, I was a security guard in Utah, and we have to do these patrols, and they go anywhere from like an hour to like an hour and a half, and it was a really big campus, and so there's a lot of going in one building and then exiting that building, going to another building, so just in and out of these different buildings. And I just remember just walking on the sidewalk. I was outside, and I just remember suddenly I became aware of the center of the multidimensional universe, becoming aware of Source and the space around Source. Um, and you'd think that type of experience that you would be in this incredibly super deep meditation, meditating for like 5 hours, and then bam, finally you have that experience. Um, and no, I was just I was just simply just walking, doing my patrol. And bam, I just suddenly became aware of it. Very similar to how recently where, I was just walking and then, oh, bam, okay. Became aware of my higher self. And, I was aware of obviously my higher self before, but just in that moment, it was just, I could visually see it very effortlessly. I wasn't trying anything. I was just kind of going for a walk. And then I got my message. And, in that, it's interesting because it took a little while to kind of walk away from my apartment And I think it was really me kind of making my separations. Sometimes I find this is kind of what I teach in, basic meditation, the clairvoyant training, and even this higher self series where you're learning to kind of cut the cords. And I think kind of that me walking away from my apartment, going on my walk in the neighborhood, kind of further away, that's when I started to have this particular experience, and that feeling of freedom and um, just really kind of at peace with myself, actually. And, sometimes it's making those separations where you're not really concerned about anybody else. You're not taking their energy on or giving your energy out, kind of releasing the distractions. And it's just just kind of in tune with myself. And, this is something that I teach and from a basic meditation level and I think is important even in advanced classes and advanced trainings, but we do it in the Higher Self series. Um, and I mentioned in that higher self series, some of the focus is kind of looking at these three parts of you. And one thing to remember is that you don't have a soul. You are the soul. And there's three parts of you, the feeling self, reasoning self, and higher self. And so in this higher self series, we're healing each part of those, especially the lower two, the feeling and reasoning self, and starting to kind of make the connection, kind of bridge the gap between all these three parts so that they can get more in communication and agreement with one another, work as a team as opposed to operating independently. And I find that when you can get these three parts of you really starting to talk and be in agreement and say, hey, okay, let's work as a team, that things can really dramatically shift in a way that there's more permission for magic and miracles. Um, because if those three parts, for the thing is, you'd really need to get the two lower parts talking in agreement first. Then it's much easier to really connect with your higher self. And, once you get those three parts all talking and in agreement, and that's really just meditation and more meditation, um, then I think actually prayer or communion or that communication with Great Spirit is even that much easier. So it is a process. It is a journey. And for me, it starts, that's kind of my definition of meditation that I kind of offer to students that are just starting out is that, oh, yeah, meditation is kind of just opening up a dialogue. You're turning within, right? That's really what meditation's all about. You're not focused with the outside world or anything like that. You're turning within and kind of opening up a dialogue between these three parts of you. And when you can heal the lower two parts of you and get them talking and in agreement, then it's much easier to start to connect with your higher self. And, what happens if you start to follow your higher self, right? You start to, just the way I was on my walk and I saw my higher self, I got a message, and that's me tuning in. That's me paying attention. That's me listening. That's one part of working with your higher intuition. When you're getting in touch with your higher self, this is really your higher intuition at play. So it's one thing to pay attention. The second level of higher intuition, the aspect of it would be, can you trust it? You get this information, and it might not seem like rational. It seems kind of almost crazy sometimes. Like, what is this? And so, can you trust it? And it's when you start working with your higher self, you can run into invalidation because, is spirit real? Right? You can run into that energy. You can run into that atheist type energy. And so working through that invalidation and, being able to tune in and kind of validate the communication that you had and, can you really trust that? And when you develop that can take some time and that's certainly okay. There's been plenty of times in my life where I got information, I just kind of ignored it. I was just like, oh no, I'm not touching that. And usually backfires. Yeah, you always have those times in your life where you just kind of knew something and then you don't follow that, and then something happens and you're like, oh man, I knew it. You totally knew it. And you're kind of frustrated with yourself that you didn't trust it and follow through with it. And so that's the third part. So it's first paying attention, then you gain enough trust trust within yourself, trust in your higher self, and then you can graduate on to actually acting and following through. And yeah, some people might look at you kind of weird and kind of go, what the hell are you doing here? What's kind of decision is that? Because most people are making decisions based on logic, and that's the safe bet, right? That's kind of what is validated in our society. And um, you're yeah, it's not going to really your higher intuition's not going to make sense to other people. It might not even fully make sense to you, but you're the one person that it's going to make the most sense to. It's just maybe not initially. You might kind of go, "Oh, okay, yeah, this is something I would like to do. It's kind of scares me a little bit." It might not make full sense to you, but it's not really for other people. They don't have to try. They don't have to understand it or accept it or believe it or what. It's for you. It is your higher intuition. This is your relationship with your higher self. And so your higher self has that blueprint for what's the mission statement for this lifetime, for this incarnation, this body life. What's it all about? So, yeah, it's going to be kind of fun and an adventure and joyous to get in touch with that part of yourself. And yeah, it's going to be scary because it's in this society where you don't really not you're not really trained or educated kind of in your upbringing usually, not unless you grew up in a very spiritual household or you had spiritual training. We're not really taught to pay attention to your higher intuition and just go with that and trust that. And my gosh, if you had that permission from early on, wow, that your life that'd be a very long magical life. But for a lot of people, even for myself, I didn't have any real, um, I didn't have spiritual training until my early 20s. Um, and that could be kind of even young, for a lot of people. Other people might, start getting the spirituality even later in life. And it could be a long road. I've been doing this since my early 20s. I'm 40 now, and there's so much more healing work and more that I want to learn and experience. And I'm talking about like inner experiences, spiritual experiences like the one I just had recently that I shared with you, my walk in the neighborhood. Um, but yeah, this is something that I really enjoy, something I'm passionate about, something that I teach. So if this is something you're interested in, check out the links in the description below. We offer classes and trainings online. And if you had experiences that were not necessarily, where you're sitting down and eyes closed and meditating for a long time and had spiritual experiences that way, that's great. But in this particular video, I'm kind of curious, did you have any experiences where you're just kind of out for a walk or just going about your day, what it was you're doing? Did you have some type of really profound spiritual experience, whether it was really brief or whatever it might be? I'd love to hear about it. Feel free to share it in the comments below. And anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.